Hello, everyone. It's a great to be with you all for another broadcast meeting. I'd like to first give thanks to my co-ambassador who did an awesome job last Monday. When I watched that video, I was pumped because I know how important broadcasting is. And that was the perfect topic. You know, I believe every once in a while, each one of us that are broadcasters maybe need to do a broadcast, video, or do one on it, because that will enhance our whole broadcasting nature and TBC. But at any rate, if y'all, now again, everyone just stay muted, and other than Mbeh and myself, because it's really important that y'all need to listen closely, because this subject matter, folks, is something that our admin wholeheartedly in his heart. And also as far as our organization and our movement called the Billion Coin TBC. Now let me say this. When I share my screen, a lot of you are going to probably figure out what the key word is after I finish reading, because it's involving the subject matter that we're going to talk about today. It's going to be very easy to figure it out. Okay, I'm going to ask you later on what it is. Don't tell me yet, because you don't know it yet, but at the same time, you would know what it is. I think it's going to be very easy for y'all to figure it out. Okay, because you've seen this word countless times since over the past years we've been in this operation called TBC. Now, here we go. Let me go share my screen. And right here. Can you see the screen, Mbeh?
Yes.
It's by an organization called Inc. here in the United States, but right here, folks, this article was by Angela Zimmerman. Okay, she's a contributor of Inc.com, and it's a well-known States, but this is a great article. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's stay muted, guys.
All right, thank you. All right, now it says here, discover the 7 key traits of an abundant mindset. In life, we choose between viewing the world as abundant or limited in terms of love, relationships, wealth, and resources. Okay, let me move this over here. All right. In life, our mindset determines which road we travel on. One road is paved in scarcity. Now, we've heard that word, haven't we, folks? And the other road is filled with abundance at every turn. In any moment, we can choose to change which road we want to travel on. The scarcity pathway leads one to experience a life not fully filled, a life that can only be described as pedestrian.
Let
me stop right there. Please keep yourself muted, please. Just like we're doing our Master Doctor meeting, keep this muted because it's important. You need to listen to this because this is important for all TBCNs, okay? And in your life. All right, let me read this part right here again. The scarcity pathway leads one to experience a life that's not fully filled, a life that can only be described as pedestrian, overflowing with strong negative reactions that, like the high tide that creates waves in a rock pool, not to mention the countless missed opportunity and experiences. Those that choose to walk along the path of abundance experience a completely different life, opting to live life to the full, exuding happiness, generous by nature, creative and inspirational, taking full advantage taking full advantage of taking full advantage and enjoying the path of opportunities that come their way, along with memorable experiences. Excuse me, folks, something was going across my screen here. Nothing y'all did, it's this computer. That's why I had to pause for a minute here. Okay. As a famous quote suggests, the secret to have it all is believing you already do. Here are 7 main differences between, and listen to this closely. Here are 7 main differences between those with a scarcity mindset versus an abundance mindset. Number 1, thinking big versus thinking small. Those with an abundant mindset are renowned for thinking big. It is in their DNA. Scarcity mindset creates limitations to the mind, which prevents the creation of audacious goals. Number 2, plenty versus lack. Somebody's being whatever. Okay, plenty versus lack. Those with an abundant mentality believe there is plenty of everything in the world, from resources, love, relationships. Let me stop right here. Mbeh, can you mute him? You can't do that, can you? Can you do it?
Mute everyone. Okay. You have to unmute again, Steve. Okay, Steve, unmute again. You have to unmute again, Steve.
Okay, let me say, okay, I unmute. Okay, here we go. Those with an abundant mentality believe there is plenty of everything in the world, from resources, love, relationships, wealth, and opportunities. They believe they can afford what they want in life and say exactly that. I can afford that. Those with a lack mentality prefer to believe that there is limited opportunities, resources, relationships, love, and wealth. They constantly say, I can't afford that. Saying that statement every day reinforces the belief and forms the exact pattern in life as reality. As Tony Robbins explains, you never get beyond scarcity, you have to start beyond it. Number 3, happiness versus resentment. Someone with an abundant mentality is an optimist and is generally happy to help others when they achieve success. Conversely, those with a scarcity mindset are competitive and resent others' success. Now we know that could be true. Number 4, embracing change versus fear of change. A person with an abundant mindset understands that change is an integral part of life. They embrace and accept change. Appreciate the fact that change often leads to more positive outcomes, even if change is somewhat challenging or difficult to navigate. Okay. Fear plagues those with a scarcity mindset. They will spend time constantly complaining about change and taking a long period of time to accept change. Proactive versus reactive. Due to the positive attitude of those with an abundant mindset, they take a proactive approach to life, rather than waiting for things to happen and then reacting to those with a scarcity mindset do. They strategically plan for the future and create strategies for the long term. Number 6 out of 7. Number 6, learning versus knowing it all. An abundant mentality craves learning and growth. They have a never-ending thirst for knowledge and developing new skills, whereas scarcity mindset believes that they know everything, thereby severely limiting their learning and growth. And the last one being number 7, what is working, what is not working. A person with a scarcity mindset selects negative thoughts and adopts a victim mentality. Okay? The strong emotions that experience on a daily basis create stress in the body, with the range of emotions shifting from anxiety, fear, worry, anger, and resentment. The negative emotions and beliefs create illnesses in the body, leading to generally poor health. I'm going to stop right there for just a minute and explain something to you all, something that I experienced. When my mother was with us, you know, she's gone now, but when my mother was with us, doing a surgery, I had a conversation over to the hospital with the doctor. And I asked the doctor this question. I said, doctor, I'm under this belief, because God is, thank God, at this point in my life, I'm very healthy. But I said to this doctor, I said, do you believe that when a person knows how to deal with stress and they don't always worry about life situations and they live in a decent life, do you think their body it can be possibly more healthier? The doctor said to me, absolutely. Because I was saying to the doctor, I have this premonition, this thing in my mind that if a person is always worrying, always negative, always pointing the blame, all these negative things, what you're doing, you're open up your body for viruses and diseases. Wherein a person is positive, strong, healthy, always thinking, you know, just thinking positive, elevating people, all kind of things, just positive. Then you tend to what? You shut the door on those things that may enter your body or invade your body for some degree. Now, I'm not saying you can't get colds and little flu and things like that. We all go through that, okay, sometimes. But I'm just saying. And the doctor agreed with me. And I asked another doctor the same question. That doctor, I've asked at least 5 different doctors the same thing, and all 5 agreed. So I just want to just interject that for you. Okay. And it goes on to say here, their daily focus is on what is not working. See? Now, those with an abundant mindset are often visionaries and see the limitless possibilities of the world. They focus in daily life on what is working. The path you travel thus far is not set in stone. Such is the beauty of life. You can change. Deciding to change paths is the first step. Life is short. Live large, believe in the endless possibilities life has to offer, and choose to live an abundant life, creating memorable moments you can cherish forever. Folks, that is what I had for you today. But this right here is something I liked about this little passage right here. I'm going to put this passage in our chat for a minute. Let me stop here a minute. Y'all can copy it and go by it, you know. Now I'm going to hold on just a moment. Okay. All right. Now, folks, I want to open the floor. And instead of doing the keyword at the end, Mbeh, what do you think the keyword is? I know you know what it is.
I'm not too sure I know, Steve.
Okay, let me ask you and everybody, what is the main word that we talk about in TBC? Admin talks about admin don't want to have a scarcity mindset, he want to have a what?
Abundance.
There
mindset.
you go. There it is. Abundance is the key word, folks. Abundance. He wants us to think abundantly. And isn't that also a quote in our Holy Bible?
Oh, yeah.
We should live life abundantly.
Of course, everything that was created was in abundance, Steve.
Right. Our Lord God wants us to live not in scarcity, folks. That's why he put this big earth here for us. We're not even taking advantage of this abundance, folks. Do you get it? You know? But the great thing is, our dear admin, this is one of the main reasons he built this, he started this, should I say, started the Billion Coin. He want us to be thinking, want us to be abundant. Abundance is the key word, all lowercase, by the way, abundance. Abundance. Before, I don't want us to, well, no, I was getting ready to do something, but I decided I'll wait on it to the end because we can do that at the end. But abundance, folks. Mbeh, do you agree with me based on what they were saying in this article? Give me your take on what you just heard. You know, they did a comparison with scarcity and abundance. What do you think?
Yeah, of course. You see, there are some points that you want to relate it with TBC and what we have been going through. Like I saw a place where embracing change versus fear of change, you know. Sometimes when the admin do some modification in the community, you see, people find it very difficult to embrace that change, you know. Instead for them to embrace the change, they have been afraid that the change is going to kill them or something. So that is one of the things that really piqued my attention there, Steve, embracing change. I think in this community that we should learn to embrace change in order for us to reach our destination, because change is the only thing that is constant, right? So we should learn to embrace it. Yeah, because you know how interesting it is that sometimes they will accuse the admin keep changing this, that. Of course, we have the objective, finish distribution and then reach our consumption stage. But along the line, there can be still some modification that can make us to move forward. But the goalposts remain the same, but there can still be modification.
You know, when admin always, you know, we go through, you know, when I think about when we've come in TBC now versus when we started, there's been so many changes for so many reasons. And admin is always thinking about how we can abundantly build and build and build to all the facets that he intends us to do. And we do as we do as a group. So folks, I'm gonna say this to you. You can't go through, we cannot build TBC with a scarcity mindset. We can't live in our lives with a scarcity mindset.
Right.
Now I realize not all of us are all where we need to be in our life. Oh, I get it, folks. Trust me. I get it. but at the same time, it's something we can do to improve ourselves. And I'm a big, ever since I've been a TBC, and I've always been big on how we are here in our mind. And one of the things that I've seen that word abundance, abundant, and it was in our public blog so much before we knew Abin to this point. It's in our KCBO. That word has shown up so much. And it wasn't even hard for me to think about a subject matter today. I said, the first thing came to my mind was, what word do we have seen a lot here in TBC? Abundance.
Right.
So, folks, I'm going to say to you, live your life abundantly, folks. It was written before long ages, before we were even thought of being born in our Holy Bible. It was there right now. And just like our awesome God wants us to, our admin wants us to live abundantly too. Why do you think admin changed his life to become, to live abundance? How do you think that happened?
Yeah.
You got to ask yourself, why did one man become a multimillionaire in his own right? He didn't want to live just like an ordinary person,
Right.
He wants each and every one of us. That's why we think about, we got to be steward of all these billions of TBC in our wallets. But if we're not here thinking abundantly, how can we have all this in our wallets? See, it's all kind of ways you could be thinking about this. But abundance is the key here, folks. Abundance. So let me share my screen again. Abundance, right? Abundance is the key word. Is the key word. Okay. Now we're gonna open the floor. I have a hand up, Mr. David. Unmute yourself, sir. You have something you want to add, Mr. David? Just unmute yourself, sir.
Oui, bonsoir. Vous m'entendez?
Yes.
Voilà, au fait, c'est le leader David Sawadro depuis le Burkina Faso.
Bonsoir.
Ah, ok. Comment vous allez, grand maître? Ah, ok. Ravi de participer à la réunion. Souvent, je participe, mais je n'ai pas souvent le temps pour le micro et pour prendre la parole.
Ok.
Voilà. Au fait, j'ai remarqué, ça vaut quelque chose d'une semaine qu'on ne peut plus diffuser une vidéo, soit que c'est en maintenance.
Oui, c'est en maintenance.
Oh, oui. Je ne sais pas si le problème est délicat ou bien nous devrons devoir patienter.
Il faut patienter, c'est en maintenance.
Ah, ok. Il n'y a pas de problème.
Ok.
Ok. Bonne suite à vous.
Merci.
Et merci pour le travail que vous fournissez chaque jour pour nous.
Merci.
Merci.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we just have a question there on submitting the broadcast. That particular area is under maintenance now. The broadcasters reward, that's why they're not able to submit. They're working on it right now.
Okay. All right, folks. Do we have anyone else that want to say anything about abundance today? Anyone? Okay. All right, folks.
Nobody.
Okay, very good. All right. It's, so we're at 33 on the hour. Okay. All right, folks. Okay, I guess we can go ahead and end now. We don't have anybody to raise their hand. Everybody know what the key word is: abundance, all small case, abundance. Okay. Abundance. So what I like for everyone to unmute themselves and just say, let us think abundantly in TBC.
Let us think abundantly in TBC.
Let us think abundance in TBC. Let us think abundance in TBC.
Let us think abundantly in TBC.
Let's think abundantly in TBC.
Let us think abundantly in TBC.
Have abundance with TBC.
Let us think.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see you in a few moments, Mbeh.
Yeah, let's do it.